So recently we hit 1,000 subscribers, which is absolutely crazy, and I'm like super blown away by how quickly we got there. And I just want to thank everyone real quickly and welcome everyone who is new. You guys are amazing. I'm honestly like, I never even thought I'd get to this point, so this is just mind-blowing. I've been noticing a lot of you guys really enjoyed that Cocricot video that I made, as well as the TikTok that I made on my TikTok account. I thought, why don't we add on to this building here? You will remember this bank that I built in the Cocricot mod review. I really love this mod. It is just so beautiful. These two I built on my own time, so unfortunately I don't have any footage for that. I decorated this room for the TikTok that I made. That's basically all the decorating I've done besides the one that I filmed. So, as you can see, there's quite a bit of a drop off here. There's no stairs. This floor is empty. This is empty. The whole entire building here that I had built is empty. So I don't know if we're gonna address that in this video. I actually had made notes here planning for this one to be a flower shop and this one to be a cafe. Definitely looks like a basement that you'd play D&D in, but I feel like I could make it look good as a cafe. Yeah, and this one is the bank that I made. So we're all caught up here. I was thinking we add on to this. We add a whole other building. Hello, sheep. You are all so silly looking. I'm thinking I'm gonna add a corner store here, and this will be the end of the street. My plan for it is I think I might want it to be a boutique, so we'll have like a bit of a department store going on. I know there's some clothing items. Yeah, there's clothing racks. So I think I might want to do that. Here's shoes. Oh, we've got sunglasses. Here we go. Bohemian accessories, hats. I think we're gonna go ahead and do a department store. I think that'd be really fun. Also, I want to say, since this is the 1K special and we'll be doing a lot of building, I will be talking basically about kind of just like my plans for this channel, since, you know, it's kind of just starting out. And then I also want to just like talk about the build itself and why I like this mod and all that kind of stuff. So let's get started on that. One more thing, just a quick note. My replay mod currently isn't working in this version. I don't really know why, but I'm gonna fix that soon. So this video is recorded in first-person mode and I just sped up the footage. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. So as I'm doing this build, I figure I should talk a bit about some plans with the YouTube channel. And I have plans, trust me. Yeah, let's just jump right into that. I'm like really excited about it. So I haven't been posting super consistently. Once like fall and winter comes around, I'm going to have so much more time to work on this stuff. I've been focusing a lot this summer on like hanging out with my friends before they go back to college. So I've been very occupied with that. And I also am very occupied because I'm running a business. I have my own business. That's been taking a lot of work because actually I'm starting another business. So I am a girl boss. You know, girl bosses stay busy, but I've just been doing a lot and it's been taking up a lot of time when I could be using making videos, but I also really do love working on my business. If you're wondering what the business is, I have an art shop on Etsy and I sell lots of stickers. I sell jewelry occasionally. I am going to be doing stationery soon, so there's going to be like a lot, and it's been running for like a few years now and I'm really happy with it. I'm just going to reach 1,000 sales on there soon. 1,000's like a theme right now, isn't it? It's crazy. But yeah, I didn't mean to like plug anything, but also like, if you're wondering why I'm not uploading super consistently, that is why, and it's another passion of mine, so it is going to be something that I will be doing a lot. And yeah, also like I make Minecraft stickers too. I do like a lot of video game art on there, which is kind of fun because I get to like mix my two favorite things together, art and gaming, which is just like my dream. So I'm really hoping I can work on getting that more out there. And I'm working on another business at the moment, which is not released yet, so I am not going to talk about it. But yeah, other than that, as soon as I get some of the more difficult parts out of the way and I don't have any friends to hang out with, because they'll be at college. I can make a bunch of videos and I have so many plans. Like, oh my god, I have so many plans and I'm extremely excited about it. So first plan, October, like Halloween, like I'm so excited. I want to do spooky games. I want to play, first off, I want to just play different games in general. I still want to do my Minecraft series and I still want to make Minecraft videos because it is genuinely my most favorite game ever of all time. It is very special to me. It has been with me through thick and thin. Like, this game is the most consistent thing in my life. So I will absolutely still be making Minecraft videos, I can assure you that. So if that's all you're interested in my channel, then you don't have to worry about like that ever going away because it will be here forever. I don't think I'll ever get sick of this game. It is genuinely like, I've been playing this game for half of my lifespan, which is just, that's actually fucking crazy. I don't want to think about that too much. Other than that though, I do want to branch out and play other games. I have like a lot of different interests in games, but horror games is kind of something that I've always really wanted to play, and I think that making videos about it would really push me to start getting into that. I've really had just an issue overall over time is just like not like, you know, being able to afford buying a $60 game every time one comes out. So, you know, I think a lot of people can relate to that, but yeah, I'm hoping that I can make some more videos of different games. I really want to play just a more variety of things, as well as I think it could be fun to replay some of my favorite games of all time. Like, it'd be a good start of something that I'm familiar with and that I already own. And for October, I have a few games that I've written down that I want to play. I'm planning on doing like a few spooky games during the month of October. I want to make it kind of a yearly thing into a series. I don't know what to call it though. I don't have a name for it. I'm planning it to be a week's worth of videos leading up to Halloween, so that you guys have like a countdown. I think that'd be really fun. I want to, yeah, kind of just like get excited about Halloween, because Halloween is like such a fun holiday and you get to like dress up. Like, you really get to embrace like the spookiness, which is just so fun. And I was thinking of names. I thought Spooky Week, and then I was like, oh, perfect, Spooky Week. Like, it's a week of games. I'm gonna be playing horror games, it's spooky, Halloween, perfect. And then I was like, that is so familiar to me. Like, I had to have heard that somewhere. Like, it's a simple name, I'm sure. Like, I came up, that was the first idea that I had, but I also was like, I'm gonna Google this to make sure like there's not like a super popular YouTuber that's using this name, because, you know, I don't want to like, it would be difficult to find my videos if someone popular is using it, and also like I want to be more original so that I'm not just like using another person's name either. Dan and Phil. Dan and Phil, that's where I got the name from. They had Spooky Week on the gaming channel, and out of all the YouTubers I was expecting to see when I looked that up, it was definitely not Dan and Phil, but yeah, that's definitely had that in the back of my mind when I thought of that name. So I'm gonna have to think of another name. I was thinking Halloween, but I also googled that, and it's another thing that is used, and not even in like on YouTube, but it's just like it was like an event somewhere. So I'm really lost. If you can think of a name, I will appreciate it. I'll give, you know, whatever name I choose a shout out in the video. Of course, you guys deserve credit if I'm gonna make you work. So if you guys can think of that, I'd appreciate it. But other than that, yeah, I want to play other games. I have lots of passions for games. I'm also a massive Nintendo fan. That's how I got into gaming, was because my very first console was a DS Lite, and I absolutely crushed it at Mario Kart when I was little. Like, it was my passion in life at that time when I was, what, like fucking 7. I was absolutely obsessed with it. So seeing Nintendo, I'm playing like Mario and Super Princess Peach, which every time I bring that up, I just like hope that someone will be like, yeah, I played that game, because it feels like a fever dream. But yeah, I played a lot of Mario games, and then, you know, I had a Wii. Like every Nintendo kid, they have a Wii. Mario Galaxy was like, that changed my life. So I definitely play Nintendo games. I really love Legend of Zelda series. I did already start Tears of the Kingdom, so if I did record that, it'd be like picking up on a random spot. So yeah, I'm a little bit eager to play games, so as soon as I buy one, I'm like, oh, let's do it. And later on, I'm just like, maybe I should think about recording things. But to be fair, I at the moment cannot for the life of me afford a capture card to play games on my Switch and stuff. I don't have a PlayStation or an Xbox either because I can't afford one right now. I can't even afford a capture card. So I'm hoping that I can save up money to get that eventually, and then I can like record stuff, you know, for my Switch and other stuff if I ever get like other consoles, because again, I want to do a variety of games and there isn't really like a genre of games that I'm not against playing. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't say that because there must be like a genre that like everyone's like no that I might actually not like. Anyways, so I'm currently going to start saving up for a capture card, and if you want to help me, I have an Etsy shop. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. And other than that though, like really just want to work on having a fun time and playing games, and I also want to like make friends that play games, because I at the moment don't really have that many friends that I can just like jump in and play games with. A lot of my friends are busy at the moment, so the like a couple of friends that I know that do play games are busy and they like, you know, have lives. I don't. But yeah, so I'm really hoping in the future I can also make friends through making content and having a fun time playing games on YouTube. I also think it'd be so cool to like do an SMP type thing with Minecraft. That's honestly a dream of mine, is to either just be involved in an SMP or make one myself. That would be so cool. I would love to meet people, and I'd love to have just like a little server that I could hop on and record a video with some really fun people who also have like the same passion for gaming as I do. And I love that. That's like honestly one of just the things that I really want in my life right now, and I feel like that would just make me so happy. I don't know where to start with that stuff because I'm not used to talking to people online. I also have social anxiety, so that probably does not help at all. But yeah, I'd love to do something like that, whether it be if I was ever invited to one, which I can't think of that happening anytime soon, but I would love something like that, or I could just make one myself. I don't know necessarily how you invite people on or like what the process is of that, but I'm willing to put the time and effort into figuring that out, because it is again something that like I really want I'm manifesting this. And I also just want to have like a fun little community of people that we can like share our interests in gaming together and be positive and happy. I want it to be a very like comfortable community of people, not just the SMP, but like just like my channel in general. I want people to feel comfortable and just feel cozy when they watch my videos. A lot of my favorite YouTubers that I still watch now, that's why I like them so much, is because they've become a comfort and it's nothing stressful to watch, and I like to just, you know, watch some Markiplier while I draw, or like, you know, have fun stuff like that. And I'm hoping that I can kind of create that for you guys. So let's talk a bit about the build itself, because, you know, you've been watching it the whole time. So there was some trial and error in building this. I had originally planned to just make this building all white, because when you think of department store, I think of like bright white, clean, sophisticated, fancy. And so I was gonna do white, and then I noticed the last building I did was white, and the building right next to that is also white. It has green, but like it's mostly all white, and I didn't want it to be boring. Boring. There's so many blocks in this mod, and there's so many different colors to choose from. I don't want the whole block just to be all white buildings. So I promise you the next one I make will be different color than just white, but I felt like, you know, bank, department store, those all felt like they would be white buildings. So I ended up working blue into this a bit, and I ended up putting a lot more blue in it than I thought I would in the end, which is good because it separates it a bit from the other two. And I used this kind of like desaturated light blue, and it looks kind of almost gray in some angles, but I think that's the shaders working with the like desaturated resource pack, which is not a bad thing. I don't think it's a bad thing. It's just the style, and I like it a lot actually. But I think it looks good. I feel like I leveled it out pretty well. I also used these like, I don't remember exactly what they're called, but they're kind of like Tudor house blocks, and they had this pattern, crisscross pattern on them. I can't think of the word right now for it, but I ended up putting that above some of the windows to add a bit of like a design to it, so it's a bit more exciting, and I thought it looked pretty good. It was kind of fun. So on the inside of the building, I made this big grand staircase that went right down the middle, and then there's this big opening on the second floor, so you can kind of like look down into the first floor. And with that, I ended up having to get rid of the entryway that I had built, which made me so sad because I genuinely did really like that, but it just didn't work out if I wanted to have a staircase in the center of the room. So I ended up, you know, taking that away to put this in. And I think it looks good. I use this quartz block in the flooring and it looks fantastic with the shaders. It's just the vanilla Minecraft quartz block, but with this resource pack, it really does look like tile flooring. And with the shaders, you can see it's like super reflective and shiny, and it looks like the floors were just buffed and they're like super clean, and I love it so much. Although I think my favorite thing about this build itself is the front window displays and the changing rooms, because I think they turned out exactly like how I pictured them. I worked with what I had, so I had some mannequins, I had, you know, like I put something on like a few tables like perfume and sunglasses, and then I had like the hats that you can hang up, and I kind of just did what I could with that, and I feel like it looks really good, especially from the outside of the building. I hung those little starlights, and that's kind of like a motif around the whole entire building itself, and I really like that. And the changing rooms, I ended up using the window curtains that you'd normally just like put on a window as the dressing room curtains, and I really like that. The dressing rooms are really small and they're very like, you know, just like kind of a tight squeeze if you're changing into clothes and you have to hang stuff up, so it's a little busy, but I did what I could with it. I just put it right under the staircase so that I could maximize the amount of space I had. I want to talk about this. The hangers that I use in the dressing rooms, you'll see it's just like a little gold metal hanger that goes into the ceiling or attaches to the ceiling. I had absolutely no idea how you're supposed to place those, because I would place them like like I'd put it on the block that I want to go on, and then it would just completely disappear. So I ended up having to leave the building I was working on and go just like to an empty area and just kind of like place it to see where I'm supposed to put it. And apparently you're supposed to place it on the block in front of where you want it to actually go, and that threw me through a loop for a bit. So it's kind of on me, but heads up if you are using this mod, so don't panic or anything, just like kind of go and experiment and see how you're supposed to place it. Yeah, I think it looks good in the dressing room. I like it. Another thing that I had added earlier were the countertops that are more near the back of the first floor, and those were supposed to kind of like emulate those like mall kiosks that you'd see, but kind of like the fancier department store version. So they're selling like jewelry and perfumes, and I think the perfumes are like super cute in this mod. I love them, and I feel like I had to include them because, you know, it couldn't really just fill the place with clothes hangers, which I tried, but I also ended up making that little area just like a little showcase area for all of the products that aren't clothing, and I ended up using these little star-shaped lights quite a bit because I felt like it was kind of like this cute little motif, and I think it looks cute. I feel like this place would be kind of fun to walk around. I don't know, I feel like it would smell like nice fresh perfume and it'd be really cold. I don't know, something comforting about a frigid store to just stand in and look at things that are fancy. But yeah, and I kind of struggled with the staircase on the second floor because there really was not much room to work with since I made the big hole in the middle of the room, and I kind of just made it work. I ended up changing it later on in a different direction, but I feel like I did pretty good with what I had. I like that the banisters, when you place them and they kind of are like going around a corner, that they also curve with the corner, which I think is a nice detail. I did this big chandelier above the stairs, and it kind of like goes into the opening space on the second floor, and I really like that. I love it so much. It's so pretty. And so for the second and third floor, I was gonna make it more department store stuff, like more clothes, more displays and all of that, and I ended up going with cafe, which is completely different. But there is this store that I've been to like once, twice in my life, called Restoration Hardware. It's an extremely fancy furniture store. They also sell paintings and stuff, and it's like all fancy, sophisticated, like hoo-hoo. And I never buy anything from there because I don't need furniture, and I can never afford furniture from there. Like, why? I just kind of walk around there because it looks cool, and the building that it's in is really interesting. But on the top floor, they also have a little like restaurant, and so I was a little inspired by that, and so I was kind of just like, okay, we'll do something like that. It looks cool. And I think I actually really like the decision I made on that. So I ended up just putting a bunch of tables on the second floor, which I think worked out because I don't know what else I could have fit up there. It was a very small space and I wanted to keep the big lookout. And then on the third floor, I added the actual cafe that you'd order your drinks from. And then I put like a big plant thing in the middle. I was gonna do a water fountain, but there was really not any space to fit that. So I did like a little plant pot and I put benches on either side. It kind of looks a bit more like a mall, but it still is like kind of fancy. I even put a little like painting nameplate on the plant pot. I don't know if I show that at all in here, but you'll see in the end. And it kind of like, I don't know, it made me think of like, you know, a little memorial nameplate or something, and I just thought that was kind of an interesting little detail. But cafe was, you know, super simple. I didn't really do anything crazy for it. I really like the menus in this. They kind of like the textures, since it has like connected textures in this, you'll see that the menu board gets bigger the more you place the same ones together. If that makes sense. I hope I described that good. But I thought it was super cute how that worked out, and so I put a little black menu on the side of it too to make it look like special items or something fun. And there's a cash register in this too, so I could add that. And then I just filled the whole place with seating stuff. I put a little menu on the second floor so that you can kind of like, maybe like for reservations. And then I kind of just put a bunch of like foods and drinks on the tables, and there's like a little block that looks like steam that you can place above stuff, so I'd put that above some of the food to look like it's fresh and warm. And I did like a little booth in the corner. I really like how this turned out. I also did a big skylight on the very top of the roof. I was originally gonna make it 4 floors, but then I was like, well, if I do a skylight, then I'll have like a bunch of natural light and it'll feel like a super open space. I think if I did want to go back and add something, I maybe would have added more like structural beams in the ceiling to kind of like do something else and maybe like hang lights off of that. But really, I'm happy with it. I'm happy. It looks cute. I think it looks very fancy. I feel like I would not be able to afford to eat here, let alone buy clothes. So yeah, I think I've succeeded there. So I think that worked out. I'm happy with this, very much so. I'm gonna have to start thinking of like some more ideas of what types of buildings to make, because I have a cafe, I have a bank, I'm gonna do the flower shop, and then this is the department store. I think I do want to do like a bookstore or like a library. I think that'd be really cute. I can't think of anything else. I really can't. I don't know. I'm gonna have to like get creative with these, because, you know, like a grocery store could be fun. I don't know. I'm excited to like see this all together and finished, because it's still very obviously just like in a flat world, so it kind of screams like unfinished. But, you know, if you like take screenshots closer up, it'll look a bit more together. Yeah, I really want to keep working on this, and I would love to release this as a map as well when I'm like fully done with it. I think this mod is super fun. I still really like this. I've seen some people still having like problems with it, and you know, like they're not seeing all the items and they're not able to actually even just open Minecraft. And I do want to say this, before I got my new PC, I was using a Mac computer and it refused to work on it. I tried to download it, it would not open Minecraft, it would crash every time I tried to open it, and that could be a lot of issues. Unfortunately, my review on the mod was as in-depth as I really like knew what to do. For what I can say about that is you might not have enough storage on your computer to even run the game, and I had some issues where it would just crash at some points because I ran out of storage, and so I'd log back into the world and there'd be like a huge chunk of work just missing. So I would definitely say make sure that you have enough room for this mod on your computer or PC. Another thing is, again, make sure you've downloaded every single mod that is required for this. I have it listed in my video, and also it is on the official website. And I need to say this, I cannot stress this enough. Please make sure you are downloading off of the official websites for this, because I do not want anyone getting a virus. I linked where I downloaded, you know, all of the mods from, and that was where I got mine from, and that was like the official websites. And yeah, that's all I can really say. Try some of the things I suggested, and if they don't work, I'm really sorry. I don't know what else I could do to help. Here is the final build. I'm really happy with it. I think it looks fantastic. I'm really excited to see everything all together as a whole once I do the rest of the blocks. I don't know how big this build is going to be, but I think I'm just gonna keep adding on to it until it feels done because this is really fun. I like making stores like this. I've never made a little like department store or like a clothing store, because you can't really do that in Minecraft besides armor stands and like leather armor. So this was a really fun thing to experiment with. I'm really happy with how it turned out. I just want to say one more time,
thank you guys so much for 1K. Like, that's crazy. It's crazy to think that there are over 1,000 people right now who are following me. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoy the content that I make and that I will be making. I have lots of big plans for this channel, and I'll be able to put those plans into action soon. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Have an absolutely lovely day, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!